CDs, soundtracks, compilations, part 5. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to part 5 of a look at my CD soundtracks and compilations. Things to mention: a lot of compilations bought to help me compile music quizzes, what I've been doing for over 20 years now. I collect Bond soundtracks, I collect obscure Beatles covers. Chances are they will come up in amongst these. So first up in this one we have, this was for quiz purposes, your all-time favourite 101 TV themes. These are all covers by the Gordon Lorenz Orchestra and singers, but that's not usually an issue with the instrumental ones. All sorts on here, from Knight Rider, The Sooty Show, Blockbusters, Magnum, Heart to Heart, Men Behaving Badly, Grandstand, The Chinese Detective, Home and Away, Paddington Bear, Why Don't You, Gentle Touch, Sons and Daughters, Super Gran. Real mixture on there. How am I going to do this? Let's move back to there. Then we have the best comedy album in the world ever, part of Virgin's best bloody blah 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 ever series. Caution, contains the occasional swear word. So this is 3 CDs, and it's nice broad mixture of comedy from Tony Hancock, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, Flanders and Swan, Bob Newhart, The Goons, Peter Sellers, Jasper Carrot, Smith and Jones, Billy Connolly, Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, Spike Milligan, Python, Alan Sherman, Roy Hudd, Laurel and Hardy, Max Miller, Max Boyce, Victoria Wood, Morecambe and Wise, Alan Bennett, John Cooper Clarke, Lenny Henry, Big Girl from a Kevin and Perry movie, Angel Bracket, Flanders and Swan. Nice mixture for a comedy nerd like me. It's a nice selection. TFI Friday, the album. I think I picked this up cheap in a charity shop. But it's one that or did I? No, I think I used it to get on Amazon to get it over the free postage. That rings a bell. 2 CDs of tracks by artists who used to play on TFI Friday, basically. So it's got the theme tune, Man in a Suitcase, and Riverboat Song by Ocean Colour Scene, which used to be played as people were walking up the stairs. And then it's got Place Your Hands by Reef, which was adapted for It's Your Letters, It's Your Letters. And then Britpop-y stuff like Shed 7, Dodgy and Sleeper, and Seahorses and Supergrass and Pulp and Stereophonics, Ash. It's mainly Britpop-y stuff, looking at it. A few other bits that aren't quite, like New Order and Baby Bird and Republica, not really Britpop. Eels, definitely not Britpop because they're not British. Simple Minds, not Britpop, but mainly Britpop. And it also includes a live version of Jumping Jack Flash by Shed 7 that was played live at TFI Friday, which I think is probably exclusive to that. One thing I didn't mention in my spiel at the start is that I often get the Brit Awards albums each year, so a good overview of that year. So this is the 2012 one, so this is 3 discs. So like more no, some of the others, they sort of have a hip side and a pop side. This is more of a mixture. But then the 3rd disc is 19 of the artists who previously won the Outstanding Contribution to Music Awards. So on here we've got Adele's version of Someone Like You live from the 2011 Brit Awards opens it. Bruno Mars, Jessie J, Rihanna, Pixie Lott, The Wanted, Lana Del Rey, Emily Sandé, Coldplay, Kasabian, Ed Sheeran, Rizzle Kicks, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, One Direction, JLS, Florence and the Machine, Arctic Monkeys, Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Foo Fighters, PJ Harvey, Amy Winehouse, and then the bonus disc we got Queen, Blur, U2, David Bowie, Eurythmics, Wham, Paul McCartney and Wings, Rod Stewart, Paul Weller, Oasis, The Who, Fleetwood Mac, Robbie Williams, Pet Shop Boys, Boomtown Rats, Elton John, Sting, Duran Duran and Spice Girls. So yeah, a nice one, that. My favourite musical, Jesus Christ Superstar. I have shown a number of vinyl versions of this in my vinyl collection. This is the cast recording from the 1996 tour. Or no, I don't think it was a tour, rather. I think it was West End. This has got an amazing version of Gethsemane by Steve Balsamo, playing Jesus. And Alice Cooper plays King Herod in this as well, which is good. But yeah, great recording of Jesus Christ Superstar. This was mainly for quiz purposes. This is Cinema Century, a musical celebration of 100 years of cinema, 58 classic themes. So this is one of the... Does it say on there? One of the symphony orchestras from Prague, I think it is. It's going to annoy me if I don't look. And I can't see it says it anywhere. Oh no, it says it on the back, that's why I can't see it. No, it's various Philharmonic Orchestra. But over 3 CDs, say 58 film themes. Some of them are the main themes, some of them are the more famous pieces that are in the middle of a film, if you like. So we've got City Lights, right? It's chronological. So City Lights, Bride of Frankenstein, Gone with the Wind, skip a few years, Ben-Hur, Psycho, Magnificent Seven, Pink Panther, Great Escape, Zulu, Once Upon a Time in the West, Midnight Cowboy, Jaws, Star Wars, Raiders, E.T., Terminator, Witness, Out of Africa, Ghost, Dances with Wolves, Fugitive, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Quite a bit of John Williams on here. But yeah, that's a nice one. Then we have the original motion picture soundtrack for The Producers, the musical, not the original film. I love this musical. I love all versions of it. In fact, you know, the original film, the musical film. I mean, I've seen it on stage twice. This is the soundtrack to the film. Just some great songs on that. This is the cast recording to the musical Lazarus, which was the last thing really David Bowie worked on apart from his Black Star album before he died. So it's based on The Man Who Fell to Earth, the musical is, and it's sort of soundtracked by Bowie songs. So disc 1 is the cast recording of all the Bowie songs. CD 2 has actually got 4 David Bowie tracks, some of which are exclusive to this, I think, if memory serves. Don't actually say, but I think it is. Another musical I absolutely adore, and I've seen it 3 times, I think, on stage now. Monty Python's Spamalot. This is the UK cast album where Marcus Brigstock played King Arthur. Jodie Prenger was the Lady of the Lake. Todd Carty, as he was for a long time, was Patsy. It's just such a good show, Spamalot, and some great funny little songs on here. Written by Eric Idle and John Dupre. So this is a live recording as well, so that adds to the feel of it. This is another original cast recording of a stage show. This is Backbeat. So this is the musical based on the film of Backbeat, which was the early days of the Beatles, particularly the story of Stuart Sutcliffe and Ashton Kutcher. I saw this in the West End and really enjoyed it. So when they announced they were bringing out a cast recording, I went for it. So it's mainly tracks the Beatles have done, both originals and covers that they used to perform, and some good versions of them. This was for quiz purposes. It's got a bit beaten up. This is the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber. This was only a cheapie. It is, although it's the songs, if you like. So All I Ask of You from Phantom, and Angel of Music from Phantom, and Love Changes Everything, Close Every Door. It's music. It's not. There's no vocals on it. So it wasn't much use really for the quiz in the end. This I got last year actually. I needed a Christmas compilation for the Christmas quiz I was doing, and this was the best one available. This is now, that's what I call Christmas. They bring this out every year with slightly different track listings. 3 CDs, most of the Christmas classics you could want on here, both pop and more traditional. Another Brits one. This is the 2005 one, Brits 25. It's a nice one because it's got a DVD of 26 videos on here as well. This... no, it's not really split like we mentioned before. Scissor Sisters, Britney, Girls Aloud, Jamelia, Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Kanye West, Kylie, Busted, McFly, Robbie, Usher, Joss Stone, George Michael, Elton John, Boomtown Rats, who got the Outstanding Achievement Award that year, Razorlight, Kasabian, Libertines, Zootons, Snow Patrol, Muse, Dizzy Rascal, The Streets. On there, amongst others, and another Brit Awards. Yeah, 2 more. This is 2003's, 2 CDs. Yeah, this is a bit more split hip and pop. So, not quite, but more or less. So we've got Foo Fighters and Coldplay and Oasis and The Streets and Badly Drawn Boy and David Gray and Beth Orton and Alison Moyet and Röyksopp and Chemical Brothers and Moby and Robbie. And then we've got Miss Dynamite and Blue and Sugar Babes and Liberty X and Alicia Keys and Will Young, Craig David, Missy Elliott, Beverly Knight, Gareth Gates, Tom Jones with the Stereophonics. And finally for this part, we've got Dermot O'Leary presents for Saturday Sessions. So on his radio show on Radio 2, he gets artists in who do a sort of a live loungy type. You know, they perform live and they usually do a cover version. And this is mainly the covers, not entirely. But these are all from these sessions. So it's got Mumford and Sons doing their own song, The Cave. The Ting Tings doing The Beats International, Dub Be Good To Me. Ellie Goulding doing Jolene, the Dolly Parton song. Fife Dangerfield doing Call the Shots by Girls Aloud. Alicia Dixon's version of Son of a Preacher Man, which is the main reason I bought this. And plus Lily Allen's Womanizer, a Britney Spears song, that's also great. Will Young doing Golden Slumbers by the Beatles. All sorts. Tom Baxter doing Back to Black. Scouting for Girls doing Rockin' All Over the World. Paloma Faith's version of her own New York's really good on this. Supergrass doing Beat It, a Michael Jackson song. Divine Comedy, I've got that on here. Yeah, another reason for buying it. Time to Pretend, the MGMT song. Ed Harcourt doing 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, Paul Simon's song. Alex Cornish doing Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms. Imogen Heap doing Michael Jackson's Thriller. Keris Matthews doing Love Me Tender. And then Amy Winehouse doing her own Rehab. So yeah, some really good covers on there. And originals. That's it for parts, what are we, 5? 1 more to go, definitely. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.